Let's talk about the reaction in the equity space overnight. Seems to me that investors are breathing a sigh of relief here. But as Marty was just pointing out, when it comes to the inflation risks, the risks of higher U.S. rates, certainly there still must be a degree of nervousness out there. What do you think?
Well, I think the market is still going to remain quite nervous about higher bond yields. If bond yield reach 2.9% or even 3% in the next few weeks or hopefully next few months, and the market would pull back probably every time it reach a new major psychology high level, of such like 3.3% or even 2.9%. But on the other hand, the stock market and the bond yield rises mostly because of stronger economy. And that is actually a good sign for the global equity market. I think the global equity market, after the 10% corrections, have been able to find a bottom at around the 200-day moving average. And technically speaking, I think that's a good sign to see that the stock market has been able to stabilize at the downside. And although we still expect volatility to remain quite high around the world, we do think there is a chance that we have seen a near-term bottom.
Yes, that good news means bad news paradox seems to be kind of reassuring investors who are buying on the dips at this stage that the fundamentals remain strong. But this time is a little bit different when you consider the supply issue that Marty was just running through, the fact that you've got this huge fiscal stimulus coming out of the United States at a time when the Fed is stepping back. Ultimately, there's going to be an excess of supply of treasuries. Could that be a cause of further volatility?
Well, I think, first of all, the supply may not be really increasing by that much because many of the spending package may not even be able to reach Congress or maybe not being able to finally written into law because some of the numbers are probably like over high. And on the other hand, I think, yes, the bond yield might be, the bond supply might be higher. But if the bond yield keep rising a little bit further at around 3%, 3.25%, I suspect that global institutional investors, including like some of the pensions or maybe some of the sovereign wealth funds, including those from Japan, will start to buy again, and that will keep a lead on the bond yield because around the world, there is still limited yield at quality bonds. So although we do expect the bond yield to gradually climb to 3 to 3.25% or even reach 3.5% by the end of 2018. And I think the chances of it surge beyond 3.5% within this year is still very low.